29. The expression 0.7x represents the result of decreasing a positive quantity x, which is really 1 or 1.0x, by what percent? So I'm going to reduce that by 0.3x to get myself to 0.7x. So how much am I decreasing? Well, 0.3 divided by 1. What's 0.3 divided by 1 as a percentage? Well, I'd multiply that by 100, and that's a decrease of 30%. The correct answer for B is 30% reduction to get from 1x to 0.7x. Number 30. This problem really tests your ability to understand exponential functions and their graphs. So the graph shows y equals f of x plus 1. That plus 1 indicates that the y shifts up 1 for every point on the graph, which means the f of x function is going to be everything shifted down by 1, which will essentially be something like this. Now I will try to carefully draw it in. Good luck. Okay, so what can I see here? I can see my intercept, or my y-intercept, is 1. So that means my AO value, every exponential, is AO r to the x. Let's call that plus k. In this case, our plus k is not included in our blue base f of x function. So that AO would be 1 times r to the 0, where x is 0, my y value equals 1. So 1 times r to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. That's 1 times 1 equals 1. So y equals 1 when x is 0. So it looks like my function is going to look something like this. Now the only question is, what is r? How do I determine that constant multiplier? Well, I know when r goes from 0 to 1, my y value goes up to 3. So if my AO is 1, it's y equals 3 to the x. So my value at x equals 1 would be 3 to the 1 power, which is just 3. Y equals 3. That fits our graph here as well. So at y equals, or x equals 0, we fit to y equals 1 on the graph. At x equals 1, we fit to y equals 3 on the graph, which fits the graph. The result is our function is y equals 3 to the x, or f of x equals 3 to the x. The correct answer for 30 is B.